Hey everyone, welcome to my final project for my practical English. How it's going? I hope you're all doing great today. So, for this project, I want to talk about Enola Holmes 2. I really love and enjoy from this movie. It is such a cool sequel to the first one. It is star Millie Bobby Brown as a young and super smart detective in Victorian London. She's energetic, brave, and doesn't care about the old rules that say girls should just stay at home and be quiet. The movie is full of mystery, action, funny moments, and strong girl power vibes. It is not just entertaining, but also has a deeper meaning about justice and fighting for what's right. So, in this video, I'm going to explain about the main characters, their physical appearance and personalities, the important message from the movie, the overall plot, without too many spoilers, some new vocabulary that I found, and how I connect them to my accounting major, example sentence using these words, and finally, my favorite scenes and the reasons why I like them. Alright, without further ado, let's dive right in. Let's talk about the main characters, Enola Holmes, played by Millie Bobby Brown. Physically, Enola is a teenage girl with a brown curly hair, sharp eyes, and she looks energetic and strong. She wears cool Victorian dresses, but often runs around in practical clothes. Like when she's chasing clues, she's stylish and athletic. About her personality, I think it's super independent, smart, brave, and a bit rebellious. And she doesn't like following stupid rules just because she's a girl. Enola is determined, funny, and empathetic. She really cares about people who are treated unfairly. She talks directly to the camera sometimes that can call it the break the fourth wall, which just makes her feels like a friend to me. She's not perfect too sometimes. She's stubborn and she needs help from the others. Sherlock Holmes by Henry Cavill. You know Henry Cavill? Sherlock is that a classic tall, handsome guy with dark hair and serious sharp face. He always dresses super neat, like a proper gentleman. Coat, suit, the whole vibe. That my dream man. I want to be that man in my future dream. As for his personality, he's insanely brilliant at solving mysteries, like his brain works on another level. But honestly, he sometimes struggles with emotions and connecting with people. Yeah, connecting to bonding with people. In an old house too, he feels more human and relatable. There's even a scene where he gets drunk and actually needs help. He's protecting of Enola like a big brother. But the best part is he slowly learns to respect her as a real detective, not just his little sister. Yeah, it's cool, man, to see him grow. That's so cool. Next, there's a Lord Tewksbury, played by Louis Partridge. He's basically Enola close friend, and maybe a little crush, you know. little crush, little crush. Anyway, he's this young noble guy with cute curly hair, a super charming smile, and always dressed in this fancy but stylish in Victorian clothes. What I like about him is that even though he comes from an aristocratic family, he is actually very progressive and open-minded. He's kind, sportive, and really brave. He's not scared to stand up of what he believes is right, even if that means going against his own family or the expectation of high society. He's the kind of guy who grows a lot throughout the movie and always has an bags. Yeah, he's such a green flag. Alright, there are also some other honorable mention, but supporting characters that make the movie is more lively. Best, the one is Bessie is a young factory girl. She's poor but super brave and loyal to her sister. Next is Sarah Chapman, Bessie's older sister, is a smart and courageous worker who's not afraid to fight for justice. She's one of the key people in this story. Next is Edith. Edith is Enola good friends. She's strong, independent, and helps bring out the feminist side of the movie. Next, and then there's Superintendent Grail. He's the main bad guy. He looks tough and intimidating. But deep down, he's totally corrupt. All of them really add color and depth to the story. They make everything feel more real and exciting for this movie. Okay, now let's talk about the message or lessons that I got from Enola Holmes 2. There are a few that really stuck in my head with me, of course. The first one, be yourself and fight for what's right, even if the world is against you. Nah, Enola is a great example. She shows that girls can become detectives and actually change the things around them. She doesn't let society tell her what she can or cannot do just because she's a young woman. It's really inspiring, like R.A. Kartini. Okay, the second, teamwork is important. Even someone as smart as Enola, she still needs friends and family to help her. Sherlock also learns how to work together with her. Sherlock. Being independent is great, but asking for help doesn't mean you're weak. It is actually make you become stronger. Last thing, stand up against injustice, especially for workers and the women. The movie is really likes the bad working condition in factories back then, and how people, especially for the women, deserve better treatment and respect from us. Alright, now let's to get into the story. I'll keep it simple and without too many spoilers, I promise. So, after the first movie, Enola decides to open her own detective agency, but there's the thing. Nobody takes her seriously because she's just a teenage girl. Everyone only knows her famous brother, Sherlock, right? Nah, she almost ready to give up when suddenly a poor little mastic girl named Bessie shows up and begs her to find her missing sister named Sarah. Nah, from there, Enola dives into this dangerous match factory that has a typhus epidemic, but actually, it is caused by poison from bad materials. She starts following clues that take her all over the place, from fancy theaters to high society parties, and even to the Sherlock place at 221B Baker Street. The case get the case keeps getting bigger and more complicated. There's a blackmail, murder, and a huge conspiracy involving some really powerful people. In the end, Enola teams up with Tewksbury and eventually her brother Sherlock to crack the whole thing. There's a tons of action running through the streets, fighting scenes, and super cliff these guys. This ending is so exciting and empowering. It really makes you cheer. Yep, that I have fun while watching with real context from the movie and how they relate to my tax accounting major. The first one is evidence. We need more evidence. We need more evidence. Nah, they look for proof in the factory. In the tax accounting, collecting evidence for audits or proving tax fraud. The next is conspiracy. The big plot against the workers. In tax conspiracy, like group planning evasions. Next is blackmail. Sherlock mentioned theories of bribery, extortions, or blackmail in financial cases. Nah, in tax, blackmail can relate to unreported income or extortion seems affecting to the taxes. Next is extortion, similar forcing payments. Nah, in accounting, extortion payments might have tax implication or be hidden in books. The next is corruption, greedy factory owner covering up for profit. In tax, corruptions like bribery in tax official. Next is investigation. Enola and Sherlock do investigation. In tax investigation by authorities. Next is deduction. Sherlock's deduction skills. In tax deduction expense you can subtract from income. Next is bribery, mentioned in the theories. In the tax, bribery expense often non-deductible. Next is cover up, hiding the phosphorus poisoning as typhus. In tax, covering up income or liabilities. Next is solidarity, working unity. In tax, maybe like group tax protest or union affecting labor deduction. Next is justice, fighting for fair treatment. In tax like tax justice or fair system. Now example from the sentence using those words related to the movie and also in the English practical. The first one, the detective gathered strong evidence to solve the case, just like auditors collect document for tax audit. Number second, or next, the factory owners were involved in the conspiracy to hide dangers similar to a tax evasion conspiracy. Number three, Sherlock suspected blackmail in the money transfers. Okay, next is extortion. Extortion payment must be reported properly in financial statements. Next is government corruptions can lead to unfair tax practice. Yeah, I agree with that. Next is the tax office started an investigation to the company books. Okay, next is learning tax deduction help businesses save money legally. Okay, for next is the company focused only on profit and ignored worker safety. My favorite scenes? There are quite a few, but I tell you my top 3. First thing first, I really love the action scenes when Enola is chasing and fighting in the busy streets of London. It's so action-packed, awful running, jumping, and clever moves. The reason I like it is because it shows how tough and independent she is. It is super empowering to watch a young girl handled like a total boss, you know? Go girl! Especially in that old-fashioned time when women were expected to quiet and proper with that dress like this, moving around, moving around. Nah, it just make you cheers for her. You know, right? Second of my favorite scene is all the teamwork moments of with Enola, Sherlock, and Tewksbury. They argue a lot, throw sarcastic jokes, and bicker like real siblings. But in the end, they work together. This part feels very real to me. It shows that even a genius like Sherlock needs help from others. Family and friends are really matter. And teaming up makes everything stronger and also makes more fun. The third, the big reveal about the conspiracy in the match factory. Nah, that moment was intense and poof, mind-blowing like that. When all the pieces come together, it really hits hard. It connects to a real history about workers' rights and corporate greed, and it also related to ethics in tax accounting, like the importance of honesty and responsibility, and also in responsibility in the business. And I can't forget the full Sherlock scenes. My favorite scenes are when Enola bumps into drunk Sherlock on the street and help him back to the 2021 Baker Street. Sherlock is super messy, funny, and a bit chaotic when he's drunk. It's also hilarious, but also shows his human side. Then the detection scenes where Sherlock uses his sharp mind to connect, like figuring out the blackmail schemes and linking their two cases. There's also the cool sibling teamwork at the factory where Sherlock fights and helps Enola. Nah, these parts are awesome because Henry Cavill plays Sherlock so cool and charming, and the banter between him and Enola is top tier STR. It makes me want more brother sister detective adventures. Who wants like become like Henry Cavill, the future dream future man? Me too. I want. Overall, this movie is really awesome. It's fun, exciting, full of mystery, and has a strong message. I enjoyed every minute of it, especially in the Sherlock's moment. And I highly recommended you watch it if you haven't. So watch it. Bye bye.